is tweaking. But this is a tutorial on how to play Groot, the do's and don'ts. We're gonna run down through his kit real fast. For Colossus, basically his passive just allows you to connect walls. Now the Spore Bomb is basically a bomb that kind of just splits into multiple little bombs. And his wall, his mini wall, is just a wall that does damage every time you or your teammates hit them, and the enemies are in the radius. So if I do damage to her, my wall will also help me with the damage. That's what his mini wall does. And now his iron wall heals him. So every time you or your teammates do damage in a 20-meter radius, Groot must be in a 20-meter radius of his wall, he will gain his HP back. And he can gain up to 1100 HP. Now his ult, if you've never played Overwatch, it's as simple as this. It's or if you have played Overwatch, it is a Zard grab. If you've never played Overwatch, it's just an ult where you kind of put it on the floor and it pulls everyone in around them. No one can really escape. No escape abilities can be used while in this ult. The only abilities that you can use in this ult are shields and other ults, so you can't really escape it. Like you could obviously shoot while you're in a Groot ult, but there's no escape abilities that you can use. For example, you can't use magic dash, you can't use her teleport, you can't use Namor's bubble, you can't use Iron Man's fly, things like that. So now that we got his kit out of the way, how to play Groot. Now let's run down through how to play Groot. Now let's run down on how to properly use his abilities. His L2, AoE damage. Every 6 seconds is when you get it. You want to use it off cooldown every time because it builds up ult charge. Now the more people that you throw the L2 into, which is his Spore Bomb, the more ult charge you will get. So the more people that I hit with my Spore Bomb, the more ult charge I will get. And every 6 seconds, you want to use it. You want to use it off cooldown. You want to check it at as many people as you can. But if you can't, you always use it off cooldown. And it does a third of Squishy's HP. So it's very good to kind of finish those kills. And it's good for damage. Now, his Iron Wall. There's two different types of play styles with Groot that people don't understand. So when you solo tank as Groot, okay, there's a solo tank version of Groot, and there is when he is playing with another tank. And the other tank, it doesn't necessarily matter. Well, it does if you're playing with another main tank, you could be a little more aggressive. If you're playing with another off tank, you kind of have to be a little more defensive. It just depends on the type of tank that you play with. For example, if I am solo tanking, I want to save my Iron Wall for me to wall off so I can back up, because again it has 700 HP. Or if I kind of just want to be a sponge for my team and sponge that extra damage that I have to, since we don't have another tank, I will slap down my wall and I will kind of just sponge the damage and do damage as well. And I will use my little wall to wall people off to gain space. So that is one way to use his Iron Wall, and that's one playstyle of Groot. Now the other one is very aggressive. The other one is what solidifies Groot as a top 3 tank in my opinion, which is he is the one tank that can solidify a pick better than every other tank. He's the one tank that can guarantee a pick if properly used. For example, if I wall off a Squishy, I can secure that pick because now my whole team will look at them. If I wall up a tank, 5 times out of 10, I can secure that pick. That is what Groot is used for. That is what Groot is good for, is securing a pick. Even his ult is good for securing a pick. For example, if I just need a quick pick, I try to single one person out, put a wall, they're done. Simple as that. Now, there are some decent techs with Groot that people should know. For example, the setup where you wall someone and throw them into a wall. and you hit him, that's basically a squishy instantly dead. Now, you don't always want to do that setup, but when you can, you do. Now, the reason I say you don't always want to do that setup is because it can cost you, it can cost you your life, and it can also cost you they can also cost kind of screwing up your ult, because if I take too long setting up the ult, everybody's gonna spread out, and I'm only gonna get one person. Now you want to get as many people with Groot's ult as you can, but at the same time, I want people to understand this: if you can get a lot of people with Groot's ult, do it. But if you can't, one pick with Groot's ult is good enough. That is good enough. That will win you team fights. Do not hold your Groot ult for an extra minute because you want to get the whole team. No. You want to get quick picks with Groot's ult. Simple as that. If you need a quick pick, Groot is your man. Right here. Oh. His ult. That's what I see a lot of people mess up on, is that they will hold their ult for 2 minutes because they want to at least get 3, when they don't understand that just getting one person out of a fight is enough to win you a team fight. That's what people don't understand. So the sooner that you learn this, the better of a Groot player you will be, and the more you will win, I guarantee it. Now, another thing that I see a lot of people doing with Groot is this. This as Groot is not good. This right here screams plat and below. After you hit Diamond and GM, those walls are useless. Walling doorways above them, they're not good. Like, it's really not as good as people make it seem to be. Me personally, I would not use 2 of my walls for that, or even 1. Because to me, again, it's a waste. It is genuinely a waste. Now, I know you guys have all seen those clips in quick play where Groot will wall the top and then he'll hit him and he'll kind of kill like half the team. Like that. That's not happening in comp. I'm sorry, that is never happening in a good comp game. As soon as you hit a decent rank, that's gotta stop that. That's not happening. But yeah, those are all the tips and tricks I can give you with Groot right now. I mean, there are a little extra ones, like there's he shoots faster every time he melees. That's really kind of the only one. The cancel reload. But those are kind of those aren't as important as the other tips that I just gave y'all. So whenever you want to kind of shoot faster with Groot, you melee. Simple as that. It gives you like, I think it's like 0.2 seconds faster. Or whenever you reload with someone like Groot, you see that circle, when it gets to half, you just use one of his abilities, and then you can start shooting again. Basically around the same time, it's just a little faster. Those are just kind of nitpicking tips right there that you guys can use. Now, in the next video, in part 2, I will be showing y'all how to play Groot efficiently in game with my own clips. So, see y'all in the next one.